Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Summit Asia, powered by Twitch. I'm LD. I'm joined by Gods. And we have Game 4 in our hands.
Yeah, Newbee. They took a game. They still got a bit of a ways to go. Got a couple more games, at least, if they want to win this series. But for Vici Gaming, it's still match point for them. They took games 1 and 2. Can Newbee come back from 2-0? This rarely happens. We saw it in the WPC Season 1 Grand Finals with the 3-0 return, but very rarely will you see a team come back in any sport, be it esports, professional sports, from like a 2-0 or 3-0 down in a best-of-5/best-of-7.
Well, DK reverse all killed IG from an 0-3 deficit in a best-of-7.
That's just crazy. Like,
so I would say anything's possible, but
that's like a once in 50, 100 years kind of thing.
Also, there were shenanigans at play because there was like an hour-and-a-half pause in the middle of the series.
Yeah, how had to like go get his Vici or something, was it? Or
someone had to like go to the I think it was one of the players on IG, so it wasn't like DK's fault it got delayed, but barring that, I'd still say Newbee has a chance. I'd say I'd give it like 80-20 to Vici right now. But
with it 2-1?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say I'll give Newbee more than that.
The game that they lost, they went aggressive tri-lane, and they lost their solo lane.
See,
like,
to me, Newbee, game 1, Newbee should have won.
They were
ahead by 15k gold.
They should have, but
the numbers speak for itself. Game 3, they.
But what does it say about them that they
Vici.
failed? What does it say about them, Guts?
Says there. The director's script had a few flaws in it, and that's what it says. But game 4, like I'm already liking Newbee's draft. Let's jump ourselves in the draft because we see something different from Newbee here, and in game 4, I think this is
it has returned.
Of course, have faith.
Of course, I always have faith in K-pop-tosis.
So, following that win, Newbee get their 3rd all-time win against Vici Gaming. They're 3-9 all-time, which is not that exciting or impressive, but I think some of those wins date back to some of their early days of playing. So 3 recent wins, like 2-0 win in the winner bracket of the Summit Asia, and then the win recently in that most recent game we just had. So Mirana Lifesteal. We haven't seen Newbee play Mirana in a bit of time, but I think Mirana is one of those completely underrated heroes in the Chinese scene. It is such a good hero. Lifestealer is probably maybe a little overpicked, but I think it's because it just fits the Chinese.
It's a safe carry. Lifestealer is a very safe carry. He can do well against aggressive tri-lanes. He can destroy a lot of heroes 1v1. He scales pretty well with farm, but doesn't need a lot to get involved. It's just like a nice, safe choice. Mirana kind of is as well, but the thing that Mirana really offers you is versatility. She can be a support, she can go into an aggressive tri-lane, she can farm on the safe lane, she can even go mid, though we don't see that much from the Chinese teams. I like Mirana most because she doesn't reveal your draft in most cases. You pick Mirana, you have no idea what they're actually planning on doing. I will say as a support, though, if you don't get a lot done the laning stage, you go to the mid game, you have just Arrow, Moonlight Shadow, which is okay, but it's not a proper disable. You don't have a ton of teamfight presence, but if you have that explosive start, she could just take over the game.
Well, you know what Vici Gaming get here with this second pick. This is kind of where we've seen teams go for something like the Centaur, and I think Centaur is still good. I'm surprised Vici Gaming didn't end up... Like, they could have got Centaur if they didn't save it for their 5th pick, but surprisingly they went other directions. I think they may want to go for an early Centaur. Stampede's good against the Lifestealer to get away from him in general.
I think I would have rather seen a Centaur Mirana instead of a Lifestealer Mirana.
Yeah, I can get on board with that.
I mean, Centaur can be dealt with in the offlane, but he just requires more than most offlaners, and then generally you should get the trade elsewhere on the map.
Newbee's one of those teams when they draft, like, it's hard to predict their drafts, because, like, the game where I thought, I'm like, oh, they'll go Sand King AA, like, that's like what the standard thing to do is here. They go Nyx Enchantress, like, here they go Mirana Lifesteal. They vary their opening 2 picks more than any other Chinese team. It makes it really hard to just know what's coming, and Vici go early Dragonite here. So this is because they expect it to be banned in the 2nd stage. They really want the Super Dragonite. Maybe looking to go for that like that semi, or maybe just full early to mid game push with like the Pugna or a Luna as their carry, Nature's Prophet as their offlane hero, and these are the kind of heroes Newbee needs to ban. Yeah,
Pugna I would say is the most important. Ancient Apparition doesn't really fit that well into that style, but you run Pugna Dragonite, you're gonna take some towers. It's like no matter what.
There's your Pugna ban. I think
smart.
Either Luna or Nature's Prophet gets maybe the next ban, just these good pushing heroes. I think even more so than Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Prophet's the more important ban, also because he can win the lane 1v1 versus Lifestealer, or at least like not lose and get equal farm, and it requires the supports to come in, and he just fits perfectly with that style. That being said, Vici Gaming don't have to fully commit to that kind of approach. They can just run Dragon Knight. You can do what Alliance did a few weeks ago. Just get an early Shadow Blade on the Dragon Knight. Go for pickoffs with Ancient Apparition Ult Shadow Blade. But we'll see. For Newbee, offlaner still in the pool. There's the Doom for Xiao that they've been preferring quite a bit. I think it's a nice pick versus Dragon Knight. Well, I mean, it's always a nice pick against any hero, but it gives them a hero that can go to the jungle if he gets shut down in the offlane. Mainly depends what they want to do with this Mirana. Do they want to run her as a support, or will she be a farmer? Do they consider even going aggressive?
Newbee don't really have support Mirana players. Like Sancheng and Banana, neither known for their support Mirana play. Like, they're not like your playmaking support type heroes, type players.
It's the Lightning Bolt strat.
Wow. Oh, no.
It's a fat lightning bolt.
They widened out. They changed their mind. Sand King's still in the pool, so Newbee say, sweet, we'll take it.
What do you make of this Beastmaster ban? It's like the OD ban makes sense. He'll destroy Dragon Knight, but what about the Beastmaster ban?
It's a good initiate. I think it combines really well with Mirana, like as an arrow setup, as well as just helps keep heroes in place for Lifesteal to come off. Like, you raw anyone, and Lifesteal can just charge in, and it's easy kills, especially with the Mirana there. So I think it's actually a nice little ban. You know what? I think Newbee may even be thinking like solo mid Mirana here.
Doom. ROTK Doom? Or is this a Sylar Doom?
I think most likely ROTK. ROTK's played a few games of offlane. It seems the Chinese just don't care about the safe lane farming Doom like some of the Western teams prefer to do it. But
do they look towards a Tricore here, run the Luna and the Doom, and
yeah, quite well.
Is that too greedy?
No, I don't think it's greedy at all. Because Doom's actually, I don't think Doom as an offlane hero is that greedy. You just go like Arcane Mech. You're kind of like a teamfight utility.
Who happens to have the most annoying ult in the game.
Yeah, and you get lots of farm just because of how Devour works, but Doom can be useful with or without farm, I find. I don't think DK is a very greedy mid hero. Like, DK just does what he does.
He's definitely not. Ember again for
Ember.
Newbee.
This
is a hard lineup to push into, and even though Vici's Gaming's lineup is not like an obvious 5-man draft, I do like ensuring that it's going to be difficult to push into them.
Yeah, I think K-pop might be right with his allocations. That this may be a Xiao offlane Mirana. He's got Mr. Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, most of the Chinese teams don't play. They don't play solo mid Mirana. It's normally in one of the side lanes as a support or as a farmer.
So we see Xiao Weight's played a couple games that come to mind.
So it looks probably like Ember mid for Mu. In fact, I guess it could be Hao, but most likely Mu. Yeah. Lifestealer safe lane for Hao, and then the Mirana going to the off lane.
So
don't really want to go aggressive with Lifestealer Sand King.
Vici get the Morphling carry, which I think is good. Like, I think we're gearing up towards
a farm fest.
To some extent.
Get your Farmerino on.
I think Newbee. Well, I mean, looking at the first 10 minutes of the game, sure, but I think when you get past that early game lane stage, Newbee will be going. They'll be looking for kills with the Ember Spirit. Combine that with Lifestealer and Fest Bombs, theoretically, if Sanking gets a fast Blink Dagger. For Vici Gaming, they'll try and play a bit of like mid-game 5-man push down towers, or even like 4-1 split where the 4 heroes are pushing, Morphlings farming another lane, or 4 heroes are ganking while Morphling farms. There's more of a 4 protect 1, whereas Newbee's like a let's go fight and gank very aggressively. So.
And the Rubik expand, and Vici will actually ban Elder Titan, a hero that I think we first saw it was IG was running the Ember Spirit for 430, and then the Elder Titan. They ran it even as a support, but the combo very strong. You get just a ton of burst damage from the Elder Titan aura, and on top of that, you get a good follow-up stun for the Sleight of Fist combo. But I don't know if Newbee would have gone Elder Titan, to be honest.
I think they're more likely picking a support, but
yeah, I feel like this is likely to be a farming Mirana, not a support Mirana.
Available if they want to get Banana his Enchantress / Chen. He didn't have a very good Enchantress game earlier, but he can redeem himself. Who knows? If they want to get some early momentum, and that really can help translate into a strong mid game for them. So maybe they go for the jungle. It does make it harder for Sand King to get jungle, but they pick Tide, so this is a Xiao 8 hero. This may be a support Mirana.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quad melee. Everybody needs their levels and farm.
You're going quad melee against like DK Doom though, I guess, but
Ancient Apparition is my big concern. That ult is devastating.
No. You've got lots of gap breakers like Sand King, Burrow Strike, Ember Spirit's very mobile.
That's true.
Tide theoretically is getting a blink, although Chinese Tides are more like going for like an Arcane's Mech Rush. They don't like to go for the super fast blink unless you're Ice. And Vici, go back for the FY Earthshaker. It's going to be an Earthshaker AA combo. We've seen this a bit.
Welcome to the Space Jam. Well, Earthshaker pick. Ancient Apparition, Earthshaker, we saw yesterday. Very strong combination.
Yep.
Good ganking duo. Earthshaker, a nice setup for Ancient Apparition ult. And they needed a secondary support. Gives them a reliable stun to start off the fight, so I like Earthshaker here.
Both teams on our hexagons, very big, heavy team fights. So let's hope we get some of those big team fights coming out.
Let's get some dunks.
Sand King, Tides, Earthshakers, these are your team fight specialists. So, and then you combine it with an A ultimate. So I like both teams' drafts. I don't know. I don't think I favor either team off the draft. I think Newbee have slightly weaker, harder to execute lanes because of the Sand King Muranos, their support duo. And like, they're not really, like, Banana Sanching, not really your playmaking supports that are suited to these kind of heroes, but you've got to really be able to play these heroes regardless. I don't think I'm probably not giving Banana and Sanching due credit with they're not FY, they're not like Lamb type support players, but they're still very capable.
Well, gods, Mally just called it on Twitter. He said, Sylar Morphling, good luck in Los Angeles, Vici Gaming. So bold words from one of the world's few remaining Chinese Dota aficionados.
Okay.
Not sure if I'm quite on board with Mally's bold prediction, although I do think Vici have a solid shot. But hey, the man's not afraid to speak his mind.
Yeah.
All right, let's introduce our teams. It's game 4. Vici leading 2-1 in the best of 5. Winner take all comes to Los Angeles, joins DK and represents Asia, represents China here, along with DK, Navi, and a few other teams still to be decided from North America and Europe. But we start on the dire side. I'll do Newbee once again. Mandy Baby on the Lifestealer. You've got Banana playing the Sand King, Sangsheng the Marana, and towards the mid lane goes Moo. On the bottom lane goes Xiao8. Just dropped an Observer Ward down. Not sure if that got spotted. And, well, the rating side, we've got Vici Gaming.
We've got Sylar playing his Morphling, one of his better heroes. Seen a lot of this dating back to the TI2 days. Fenrir playing the support Ancient Apparition. FY again on the Earthshaker. So we'll see Super playing the Solo Mid Dragonite, leaving in the offlane. Mr. ROTK on the offlane Doom. Boots first for him. He'll be looking just to stay alive against this Trylon. But hey, 2 melee heroes in a Marana. There's such great setup. Like, with an open wounds Burrow Strike, that arrow can land, but you've got to get close enough to use those setup spells.
Here comes the Sangsheng. Early rotation. They have a haste run on Sand King. Mid lane, Dragonite. It's still a killable hero with this combo.
They are both spotted, or at least Sand King spotted with the Radiant Observer Ward. So
okay.
They've seen the smoke as well, so we'll see if Newbee try and go for a first blood. You can see Super just staying on the high ground. He's not even...
Well, let me just say, if Vici give up this first blood with that rune, they deserve
they deserve to lose
this
yeah. game. Yeah.
Just pack it in. Just immediately GG if you get hit by this arrow.
No. It doesn't seem very likely. Super's playing really far back. Sand King can pick the haste and just run top. So
yeah, not too much wasted time. He'll get to the jungle in time to stack the big camp, and Murano will probably just poke her head around mid, try and be a nuisance, and ultimately Lifestealer can do fine against Doom 1v1. They don't really need to support the Lifestealer much, so they can focus their attention on jungle as well as mid.
I actually really like that play from Banana. He just waited to pick up the haste until the last second so he could still stack on time.
They missed the double stack, though.
Sand King goes Sandstorm level 1, so straight off the bat he's going to farm this Satyr camp.
Oh, waveform over the top. Sylar hitting like a truck.
Oof. Yeah, Chilling Touch. Good spell. Xiao8, was that his salve cancelled? Did he just walk in with his salve? I didn't see what happened there. Maybe it was just 10 going up, but he walked into the AA there. But Mandy Baby top farming away. Sylar will be farming at bottom lane. Both teams will be trading their carries farm for the other, but the greedy support play from Newbee could be something that pays off here, especially with the Sand King.
There's a fissure available on Xiao8. Well, just waiting for the 2-minute rune. Sentry casually plopped down in the lane, thinking they can de-ward this.
Did they already de-ward the Dire? The Dire don't have... They just have the one Observer Ward.
No,
it's top. They don't have any rune vision. I guess Moose just going to be bottle crowing, and I guess Xiao8 can camp every bottom rune every 2 minutes, and then Moo just goes top maybe. But
well, he's not going to find the rune. It's a regen. It spawns top, and goes the way of Banana. Annoying little fissure here from FY.
Newbee are really good with their rune control. It's something I always notice with them. They'll have supports, and the offlane here are always making sure they help out with that. Xiao8 especially in the offlane will be checking almost every single rune.
Here comes the rotation. Smoke is up on Sangsheng. Then they'll use it now. Head down mid.
Is this going to be a... I think they may wrap around and try kill the DK mid.
Wow. Or even like a support Earthshaker as a potential kill. If Tide, Tide's only level 1 though.
Problem is one fissure and this gank like fails. Like that's where if you go into the Earthshake, it doesn't work.
They do have this ward. They have seen that the Doom's missing, and they'll find him here, but not the easiest kill. There's a lot of stuff in the way. The skeletons not tanking. They'll start with the burrow, followed up with the arrow, and it hits a creep.
Ogre.
That Ogre Bruiser.
You can see that not used to playing like Mirana, like because that was one of those which should have landed, but he's just not used to the way like the arrow radius, I guess.
The IG manager.
He's unimpressed.
Dropping the period. Punctuation marks are loaded with meaning whenever they come from.
Last game when Zhao got ganked,
the
3 came out. Worse than the 4.
Demoted or just
subhavost.
Yeah.
That's fighting words.
Well, 4 is the pinnacle of success. So 3 is
you're close.
You're close to the pinnacle.
Okay. All right.
So trades right now: free farm on Lifestealer, free farm on Ember, and that's only a Morphling in return. So things looking quite good for Newbee in terms of their carries farm.
I don't think there's a clear plan or Doom's.
And on top of that, like they'll win in the jungle because they have the Sand King. So I think Newbee's off to a really good start.
Yeah, there's no clear plan for like dealing with the Ember Spirit this game. Doom in the mid game is going to be their one answer, but like as far as his actual laning stage goes, he should just have a blast mid lane against DK.
Yeah, what's DK gonna do? Spam breathe fire at you? You just level up Flame Guard, take no damage, don't really care.
Yep.
And farm away. On top of that, they're securing him the rune. So he'll get a haste rune top of his own, and this is a haste rune that can set up a first blood. He's already level 5, Moo, getting close to the ultimate, and could almost kill Super by himself once he gets the remnants, but with some backup here.
Again, it is spotted though, so Super should play accordingly, and I mean, if that means getting no farm at all, then either way the haste rune's a victory, since Moo can just control the lane now.
The traits just aren't, well, they're decent, I guess, for Vici. They are running the Doom in the jungle, but this is before the Sand King starts clearing the stacks. Once we see him come here, clear this stack, and potentially it's a triple stack, then Newbee are going to shoot up in terms of level progression.
He just got his level 3, so he's got 2 points in the Sandstorm. He hopefully, is he going to make it in time? I think so.
He's too late.
That's unfortunate.
He can stack this camp, though.
Yeah. Well, it's golems, but hey, he'll hope for... may as well stack it anyways and get some non-golems there. But,
let's see. Oh, no golems.
You can't get the double golem. It never spawns the same camp twice in a row.
Oh, right.
That was like the, I think, 6.8 change?
I forgot about that change.
Yeah. I forget often about it. It's a really
There's so many little changes.
Random thing, but yeah. It helps out.
This is... I need the memory chip, you know, where they just like the implant in your brain for... You know, helping you remember all those little things. The Alzheimer's is... It comes in early in my family, man.
Just how old are you, LD?
No comment.
Okay.
So Xiaowei doing well in the off lane. The only concern I have for Newbee is that they have a level 1 Mirana. Like, yeah, she's not the most important hero for their draft, but this is a walking ranged creep.
No, Sancheng needs to find some impact in this game, and he's... I mean, your Sand King's doing fine, he's doing his job, but this is where like you pick that Mirana up, you're really expecting more. Like, this should be any other... it could be any other spot doing a lot more.
Oh, Moo. Diving deep for this one. Doesn't actually have the mana. The arrow's going to be dodged nicely. Super just jiving through the trees.
Yeah, I think that's also like part Sancheng there. He needed to throw the arrow earlier, like and he needs to throw the arrow like even before Searing Chains is cast, because it was such a long arrow that the Searing Chains doesn't last long enough to actually secure the kill. So I think it's partly Sancheng just not really having confidence in Moo's Searing Chains, or he's still level 1, and this is actually quite bad for Sancheng.
Yeah, maybe they give him mid lane. He's picked up, right now he's a walking stash for Moo. He'll just carry the healing salve. Yeah. Moo's like, make yourself useful. Yeah. Hold my salve for me.
Stay around. I may need you to take my bottle and refill the base soon.
You can become my courier. Yeah. That's the fun thing to do when someone abandons. Just turn them into a mobile courier.
Well, this thing Super likes to. He hits level 6 and he immediately rotates to a side to the tri lane and goes for a fast push. So he's going to help.
Popping Chilling Touch to right-click the tower.
It doesn't eat up the charges, at least. But
yeah, it slows your attack speed down, though.
That's true.
Here comes the Ember. Fissure's going to connect on 2. They're packing a punch with Banana, but has no Burrow Strike mana now. He already used the 1. Didn't connect. Moo is trying to go deep for this, but FY finds the Enchant Totem. Is there enough follow-up here to get a kill? Moo staying alive for the time being. Sylar, the first blood 7 minutes in, it comes in a bloody 8-hero exchange. There's 9 stick charges on Sylar. He could dive in if a waveform connects on 2 or 3. It could be multiple kills, but he only finds 1. And now he's dove the tower for this. Though Super comes in, Xiaowei comes in. There's a Doom on the lifesteal. If they get off a Dragon Tail, he'll be toast. The right clicks, the follow-up damage. They're going to find a 2-kill return. The trade's there, and Xiaowei almost sticks around long enough to give up his own life, but well, in the end, Fenrir, playing with fire, barely escapes.
They'll get the tier 1 tower to follow this one, I believe. No, Super's ulti wears off, so getting this tier 1 tower actually going to be tricky, and they're all
Mu
so
can come
low.
back, though. Mu is his... Oh, yeah, he's got a Remnant here. They do not want to risk that.
What's Sanching been up to? He hit level 2 mid lane. That's all he did. I don't know where Sanching was. The Sanking, unfortunately, like, he didn't have mana for a Burrow Strike. That was really the big problem there for Newbee. He was just running in with the lifesteal inside of him, but couldn't actually stun anyone. He used the Sandstorm instead of the Burrow Strike, because he didn't have mana anyways for the Burrow Strike, but without Burrow Strike, they just couldn't win that fight.
This Mirana has not been very high impact. We were playing up the power of the Mirana pick, and Sangshang is here to prove us wrong.
Not like this, please. Not like this. I don't know. It's not a Sancheng hero. He needs
like a Shadow Demon, some sort of jungler even.
Yeah, I think he does fine on like the AA type supports. I mean, anything. It just not Mirana, I guess. It's been a bad game for him. I guess ultimately, I think a lot of the problem was they didn't realize that the Radiant team warded that top river spot. They wasted so much time lurking around trying to find arrows when they were just being scouted out by that observer ward. And then when that first smoke gang failed on the Doom, it was like quickly downhill from there.
Well, the good news is Banana is farming pretty decently here. Up to 950 gold, level 2 Sandstorm online, and he's got a triple stack to farm. So after this, he'll be up to probably like 1,400 gold or so, 1,300 gold, and well on his way to the Blink Dagger, should hit level 5. We'll have an additional point, and well, we'll see what he goes for. The Sandstorm build, occasionally the choice, but could just get the level 3 Burrow and look to get aggressive. The main thing Newbee need right now is just Ravage and Blink on the Sand King. Until they get those things, they will mostly be on the back foot.
They've even given Jowett mid lane and put Ember Spirit bottom just to get the Ravage up as fast as possible.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We'll get our stats back up. K-Poptosis is a sigh of relief. Here we go. Tier 1 tower going to go down. No trade really in sight for Newbee.
Moo's got to be careful. He actually tanks the Fissure. Then the follow-up Dragon Tail is there. And the kill comes out for Vici. Oh, he just got a little overzealous. It's that Fissure. That range is really long. And you don't play a lot of games against Earthshaker nowadays. And not ready for it.
Newbee are looking maybe for a backstab on this bottom lane push here.
This is smart from Vici, taking these fights now before Ravage is online, before the Blink Dagger's out. And they'll find Banana too. He just melts to the nukes. Mandy, baby. Hal will come in. He cleans up the HP apparition. Maybe they find Super as well. Well, going for that kill smart, but sticking around, not so much.
Yeah, nice use of the Infest to secure the kill and also heal himself up a bit there. So they lose Sand King, and worse, they lose the Ember Spirit, which wasn't even related to that team fight. But Mu should not have been getting picked off there. But Hal's done a really good job rotating to help out his team. Like, he did die the first time he rotated to the unexpected Doom, but he's been kind of the saving grace for Newbee in these fights.
The RTK has Doom online. Does he have a mech yet? No, Midas. Okay, they're going late.
All right.
We have not seen a Midas Doom in a very long time in Chinese Dota. It's always Arcane Mech, or maybe once on a Blink Dagger, but never Midas.
RTK says, I'm the real carry on this Vici game.
It's just a little odd to see it when you start Tranquil Boots. Like, if you want to go carry Doom, normally it's phase drums, just so you can actually right-click effectively.
He may still go back for the mech and stuff. I guess he has some slight mana issues there.
Oh, yeah. He could go back for mech.
He's picked up Hedris, so.
He's going to have big mana issues, actually. 150 for the Doom. You've got... just using Scorched Earth and Doom is already half his mana. He may have to get drums, like, bottle right after that.
I think drums or magic.
Radiant Courier on a very aggressive mission. Sangshang has a leap available. He's not even going to go for it. Didn't even attempt it. He could have leaped over, gotten off at least one more right click, but...
Yeah.
Decides not to bother. That was not a good courier path by Sylar, though. Just like YOLO'd it up here.
And the ward sword as well. Like, there was a dire ward which is sword flying over. So
I think the fatigue perhaps kicking in for the players. It's game 4 of a best of 5. Haven't been the longest games, but it is a bit later in China. And
well, Vici Gaming
who wants it better?
They had a best of 3 before this as well.
Who wants it more?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe it's who had to play less games today.
Not for Newbee. They go back for the minus on Hal after the early phase 1 brace. I don't mind this. Like, Torment's in. It's not a fast minus by any means, but it's still a worthwhile item to get, especially considering Lifesteal benefits so much from the attack speed.
And Doom's got Midas as well, so best way to combat Midas is more Midas.
We don't often see many mass Midas Chinese games. I mean, there's only 2 in this.
Well, there was
game,
that period where they were like Misery started the craze with the Midas CM, and then there was that little window of like 2 weeks where every Chinese team was going like 3 or 4 Midases. That was Dota at its most disgusting. It's improved since then, but it's been 10 years since I've seen a solid quad Midas game, gods. 10 long and lonely years.
Well, Xiaowe's got 1700 gold. He's looking at a straight blink. I'm actually happy to see him go straight blink.
And Sankin has blink as well. He actually has it now. That is, well, push is over, folks. Vici cannot 5-man anymore.
I mean, Xiaowe could still get the mech here. Like, he could just surprise us, but I hope he goes for the blink. You can go back for the mech later on. There's no rush to get that mech up. There's a rush to get the initiations and team fights kicking and rolling here.
Actually, if you think about it this way, Newbee with the double blink, you can't push into that, so maybe the Midas and RTK does make sense. Like, if you can't 5-man against them right now, even if you have a mech, I think you still lose that, so you better farm. Huh, that seems pretty sensible.
You go for the mech, mech regardless, because team fights may just happen to come your way if Newbie gets super aggressive, and that's what you need.
It's more like this gives you the insurance policy, since you can't use the mech to win the game or take a bunch of towers.
Sounds good to me. Sal going to rotate top, so you give the hero who's probably most survivable in the offlane right now.
Oh, this Fissure initiation's so good against the Ember. It secured them 2 kills.
Wow.
It's been the Fissure, F-wise Fissures both times. It's just, it catches move from so far away that he doesn't have a chance to zip or zap or do anything but die.
No,
do they buy back on this Ember? Does he have it? Yeah, he does. They have Blink on Xiao 8.
Tempting. When you've got double blinks, it's very tempting.
Say hello to my little friends. It's an Epi Burrow special on the Super. RTK no mech. The Fissure's there. It actually connects on 3. Super will go down to this, but they at least get out safely, it looks like. In comes the Morphlane. He might try to find Moo. Remember, Moo just bought back if he dies again. That's so costly. No, they'll lose too. Yeah. It costs them a buyback.
That's the double blinks. Like, I don't even know if Vici Gaming knew a single of those 2 blinks was online.
Considering they used Ravage and Epi and revealed 2 blinks, I would say giving up 2 kills, even on cores, is not the end of the world.
It could have been worse, but it's still I mean, end of the day, Newbie still get 2 core hero kills, and that's a much needed kills for them.
They did have to buy back on Ember. It is an early game buyback, though, so not that expensive.
That's one of those like buybacks that practically paid for itself. Like, he spent 440, he got maybe a little less than that back in the kill gold, but for Ember Spirit, he's more about the levels than the farm in the early game, at least. So, the big problem I think for Vici Gaming is that in these fights, there's Doom's going to be conflicted, like between Dooming the Lifestealer and the Ember Spirit. Both of those targets are such key heroes to Doom in the fight. Whichever one doesn't get doomed is going to have a really nice time dealing out damage.
I would say you want to Doom the Ember most of the time. He's just so elusive, whereas Lifestealer, yeah, he does decent damage, but Morphling can kite him. Dragon Knight can stand against him, and Ancient Apparition should be back. The main hero that might just die to him is our Shaker.
Lifesteal is the more farmed of the 2, which is like
that's where it gets a bit tricky.
Most of the time you're thinking Ember Spirit, but Lifesteal is like almost double, not double, but yeah, close to double the farm of the Ember Spirit. That's where it's like
Ember's a lot more killable as well. Ember has 1,000 HP. Lifestealer has 1,500. So if you Doom Ember, you can actually kill him. Whereas Lifestealer, I don't know if you can. No, it's not an easy choice though.
See what Xiaowe's got his blink. He's going to start thinking about mech now with this Ring of Region, I imagine. Maybe a pipe, depending on what he prefers.
Yeah, Force Staff not particularly needed this game. And Mana Pool will be a bit stretched for the Tide.
Yeah, no arcane boots. Yeah.
Does anyone on their team have arcades? No, they have 0 arcades.
The Brace of Magic Stick is enough for like Blink Ravages, I guess.
If you come from Fountain to the fight, or if you have a bunch of Magic Stick charges.
Oh, Banana at bottom. He's going to be very careful.
Look for the Fissure. It's always the damn Fissure, and this time it strikes again. They pop that.
They doom in everything though. And
Sand King.
House going to show up, but he's not looking to fight 1v4.
They did not need to doom that, but kills a kill.
Yeah, kills. He could have Burrow Striked out. Like
Well, he would have shattered anyway. They had already hit him with Waveform, Fissure, and Ancient Apparition. But let's secure the kill. They don't want a team fight anyway, so like just get the kill, go back to farming.
Yeah. It's the safety and kill as fast as possible kind of thing. That was like when they killed the Ember mid, they even used an Echo Slam for it when they didn't need it. It's just like we want to kill these heroes before we can get caught up by a Blink Ravage or a Blink Burrow Strike. It's expedite these kills. So if you're Vici right now, I think you just look for the Blink Dagger on Earthshaker and you just farm the crap out of all your cores. Yeah. Newbee's having Blink on Tide and Sand King, you have to be very far ahead to take those team fights. I would say the main thing for them is getting BKBs. Super's working towards one.
Well, Sylar, maybe the linkage is enough, but I think RTK will see a BKB next, and until they get both of those, they don't want to fight.
Yeah, I think for...
Not 5v5.
For Vici, they'll wait for the BKBs and the Morphling to have his shotgun. Like, Lincoln's not enough on its own, probably, but...
There's an Infest Bomb. There's a Ravage as well. He actually blinks away.
I think he wanted to, like, not get scouted and have his smoke revealed, but I don't know.
Oh, he's coming back in. He's giving him the loop-de-loo. Here we go.
Doesn't have a replicate up. They could possibly burst him down with the Lifestealer, but...
They better kill him if they're investing this much.
They're avoiding Morph. They want to fight the other heroes. Go for 2-3 kills on heroes like Doom, DK.
Yeah, this was the better play. Doom's in the trees, though. That's a good place to be. Dire Vision. They haven't seen anything yet. The arrow will give them a bit, but RTK walks in. Does he get off the Doom in time? Is there a Doom in time? No Doom. Then he Dooms the Lifestealer. There's still Ravage available, but Chow 8 lets it unwind. He connects on 3, but they're all at just the periphery of the Ravage. Hasn't really done enough. Then Sylar TP's in. He looks to join the fray and can work on this Ember Spirit. I don't know if he kills him, but he can really threaten him. Well, Ravage blown. Didn't do a whole lot.
Doom as well. DK ends up getting a kill on the Sanking there. Sanking. His Epicenter just not doing too much. Didn't actually see what happened, but yeah, Epicenter not getting used at all. So nice.
Yeah, I completely whiffed that. I have no idea where the Epi happened.
RTK with mech just pops it and just survives the onslaught coming from the Tide and the Lifesteal. Not enough damage from... If he has like an armlet there, I think he gets the kill, but he doesn't want to go armlet against the Ancient Apparition, so...
Then with Epicenter down, with Sand King dead, and with Ravage down, it's push-em time for Vici. They pick up the Liquid Sphere on the Morphling. They'll stun one, actually two, and now Dragon Tail Mandy, baby. How does he make it out in time? He barely infests. He pops back out instantly. The Burrow Strike's still here. Brings down another, but the Lifestealer's on the run. Moo's on the run, and Morphling is just becoming hard to deal with. Ancient Apparition, nope, not going to connect. Fissure will, however, connect on 2. These FY Fissures doing work. Nice arrow, but there's just not a whole lot of follow-up until a triple Remnant comes in. Doesn't bring down anyone just yet.
FY goes down to the Urn.
There you go. The Urn will finish him up. Then they work on Super. Trapped in the middle of 4. The mobility of Newbee working against them, and Vici end up losing 4. They almost had another 2-3 kills, and that Ember triple Remnant did a lot of work at the end.
That was such a tight team fight, and the fact Newbee don't lose like anyone in that like secondary clash. 3-4 hero Burrow Strikes from Banana. That was just so clutch from him. And you can see they had team fight recap. 4 for nothing in the end. Big gold actually going Vici Gaming's way?
Did they get a I think they got a tower.
Yeah, I guess the tower gold didn't go in their way, but the experience is all Newbie. So I think the experience
cooldowns used Shadow Phenol.
Infest?
Oh, that's Infest.
Yeah.
I'm terrible with the icons, dude.
Yeah, I don't know icons too well, but
I was okay with them in Dota 1, but I'm telling you, the Alzheimer's, it's kicking in, man. I have no excuses.
I mean, Alzheimer's is a pretty good excuse as far as excuses go.
Yeah.
Like,
I actually have a history of it in my family.
I don't think
so
anyone's
for anyone who say
like,
I'm not being sensitive, oh, I'm well aware. It's not fun.
Bottom tier 1 tower.
Here comes
now.
the 5-man bottom.
Yeah, they've got the Sanjin Yasha and Lifesteal, and this Lifesteal suddenly level. This is where like they didn't get much gold advantage off the last fight, but the experience is really nice because they've got really high level heroes now. So
well,
starting to catch
Vici
up.
is not defending this tower.
Yeah.
This is so risky.
Oh, they're actually going to smoke Newbee. They want to fight top lane. Maybe they realize what Sylar's up to, and considering going for a kill here, Xiaowei.
They could go in mid. Fissure is available, but there's now drums up on the Ember. He's not quite as easy to burst.
Yeah.
And they lose the tower bottom. Just a free push for Mandy Baby. Newbee looking good here in game 4.
Bit of a weird smoke though. They're not killing Morphling. Even if he stayed, it would have been a tough kill. So I'm surprised they go all the way top with this. And I think Banana may just reveal himself. No, they're gonna keep looking, try and find this Morph. Like, if you go like a Blink Ravage into Arrow, maybe you come close, but that's still a big ask.
Yeah, the threat of the ults is also pretty good for Newbee, though, and we can see Vici Gaming do not want to be getting aggressive.
There's an ES Blink now, though. FY.
The key for me, yeah, the Blink's nice. I think the other key is just getting BKBs on Doom and Dragonite. Once they have those, Newbee, they're mostly magic damage.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of right click from your Lifestealer. There's no Battle Fear yet on Moo, and in fact, he's still quite far away, so I think we'll see this window swing back Vici Gaming's way, where they get the double BKB and can look to fight. If they time them right, bait out the Epicenter Ravage and dodge them, they could just crush Newbee in that fight.
I like Newbee going for these constant smokes. So the previous one was a bit weird and didn't do too much, but this time around it looks like they may catch Super out. The arrow not being shot.
There was a fissure on the mid side to try and slow him down. In comes Banana, but he gets Dragon Tailed. He doesn't quite connect, and the Ravage on Joey. That one's on the mark. Nails 3, but is there follow-up? Doom on the Lifestealer. Can't do much but run here. Well, the Mirana trying to keep him safe for the time being. Ember Sleight of Fist in while they continue the retreat out. The fissure's there. Still alive. The Lifestealer's just too tanky.
Yeah.
There's not enough damage.
He's got good Lifestealer if he finds a creep to infest especially, and they want to re-engage.
There's a Gush. Then the Burrow Strike follow-up on the ROTK, but he's pretty tanky with the mech. Sylar brings down one, looking for more and Moo, but now he's left to his own devices. Lifestealer still is infest. He'll pop inside, then says, "Get me out of here, Mirana. Cat lady, set me free." FY blinks in, unloads. The fissure's there again. That's going to end a pretty big streak on the Tidehunter. Then looking for Moo, they can replicate over. No, he zips back twice, both directions, giving me a headache, Moo. But in the end, I'll make it out.
Well, Lifestealer and Mirana still nearby. Maybe hoping that AA or someone walks their way, but...
The only concern I have for Newbee right now, gods, is that Sylar is completely free farming. 4-0 and 2. Ethereal Blade is not too far off, and Newbee don't have much to lock down Morphling. So that is my one concern. As well as they're doing otherwise, that is a worry for them.
Yeah. Lifestealer's still ahead of him on farm, but he needs to go... Like, Sound and Yasha's not like a late game play. Like,
but Lifestealer's not generally going to out-carry a Morph 1v1. He needs the team with him to do that.
He needs, I think goes for like an Abyssal Blade next. If he wants to be able to like have any chance of beating and killing him off a Morphling, I think he needs just a ton of damage and extra lockdown. So going for an Abyssal Blade probably not a bad option, although end of the day, when Morphling has a shotgun, that's where Lifestealer actually starts to look squishy if he's not in rage form.
Well, Doom's cooled down. RTK getting close to his BKB as well. Let's see. Does he have it yet on the Courier? Super's got his. RTK's coming soon. And if they can get the double BKB, and then they get the Ethereal Blade, I think Newbee are the ones who will have to be dodging fights.
Yeah.
Or getting the jump.
Newbee is still working on their mech. Like that's something they've also been missing quite badly from these fights. But
here comes the rotation mid. They'll only leave the Morphling top. Replicate's been deployed, hides it in the trees, and then makes the TP bottom. So nice use of Replicate here, leaves his options open as to where to farm, and can be anywhere on the map.
Yeah. I think one thing we'll see Newbee try and go for fairly soon is the Roshan. They're working on Medallion on Mirana, so we'll see Medallion and maybe a Roche with the Lifestealer. And being on the Dire side, they got decent map control with wards in the enemy jungle, wards near the mid lane. They can probably secure Roshan fairly safe.
This is kind of clever from Vici. They'll smoke top is 4. They show the Morphling bottom pushing out. And he's actually waiting with the Replicate in the trees.
The fissure initiation again.
Suddenly 5, and yeah. Well, they didn't even need the morph, but now he's here to push.
Still with a bot, what, something? Basher, okay. So he's got a Basher. Does have buyback, I believe. Yeah, he can buy back, but better just let the T1 tower go. He needs to stay on top of the farm here to compete with the Morphling. Buying back is not going to help his cause.
Oh, they'll try and sneak a Roche. Yeah. I like this from Newbee because they need something right now. It's just slow.
Vici realized they're like triple TP to mid lane to bottom lane. They're coming to contest this.
And Newbee are not fighting them now. Doom has BKB gold, has not, or just about, has not spent it yet, but we'll see it any second here.
Pop that Midas, and here we go. It's good to go.
This is an E-Blade. Oh, this really neuters the Lifestealer in the team fights.
This is such a scary INP getting just 26 minutes in the game.
Maybe Mally knew what he was talking about, huh? This Morphling's pretty fearsome. Yeah. Part of it does go back to the draft for Newbee. They did not draft a lineup designed to shut down a Morphling. No. It's designed maybe to out-carry him or to just out-5-man him, but to actually lock him down, that's not their forte.
Yeah. I don't think they got enough out of their mid-game team fight and aggression. Like, Hal's done well, but like the Mirana initiations haven't been on point. Banana's done pretty well himself, although he's 1-5, and Ember Spirit just not looking that scary this game. We'll have a battle for you soon. So Newbee always have that ultra late game with the Cleave and Crit and Divine Rapiering Ember Spirit.
Divine Rapiering.
That's the dream for Moo, but
that's not a verb.
Okay. It could be. And what? And critting is a verb?
Critting.
Is that in the dictionary? I don't think so.
It's in my dictionary.
If critting's a verb, then divine rapiering's a verb. That's what I would like to argue here.
All right, let's pull the chat. Type 4 if you critting's a verb, and type 1 if you think that rapiering is a verb.
Well, what if they're both a verb? It's not one or the other. I'm thinking they're either both a verb or neither's a verb.
I guarantee you it's going to be...
Urban Dictionary does not count, Brian.
I guarantee you it's going to be all Forest Gods, and I'm winning this one.
That's because you're a 4LD.
I'm the 4 of casters after my favorite carry player.
Yeah.
They do have an Infest Bomb here on Newbee. Ready to rock and roll. But the BKBs are out, and the 2 heroes that have them are on the front lines. If they screw up this Ravage, it's going to be a train wreck of a fight.
Yeah.
They wanted the arrow first. That guarantees at least 1 hero gets caught by it, but they don't find it.
Yeah, Banana's in a good spot here. He should be able to get an epicenter.
Oh, he tries to find that fight, but he fissures the second he blinks in. What bad luck. Then Chow 8 driven back by the BKBs. They could doom him and try and focus him down. Kraken Shell doesn't remove that, but the Moonlight Shadow might get him out. Still the tower's down. BKBs are down. This is time to re-engage. Sleight of Fist connects on 1. And I think they just let RTK go here. Don't think they want to be fighting Sand King. Trying to slow them down on the backside of the fight. The Ravage is strong from Chow 8. Brains down 2. Super will fall next. Sylar. E-Blade already been used. He hasn't done enough damage just yet. Sangshung finds a kill. Then the dunk from FY. Dropping 1 low. Cleaning up a double kill for Sylar, who's still healthy in this fight. Banana eppies, but he got caught in cold feet. He can't move while he's eppying. Does nothing really with it. 3 dead on the side of the Radiant, but it's Morphling gonna clean this one up. Gets the triple kill. Sylar may pay though. He's got E-Blade. 1 second. He could pop it now. He could shotgun Chow 8. He's got an adaptive strike cooling down a wave for him to get out of this one. Adaptive. Look for the wave. He whiffs it.
Uked. He gets uked. He gets his legs chopped off here. Sylar's going to go down. The gush from Chow 8 and Mandy Baby. He's going to Mandy Baberino Sylar. Sylar is done for.
Oh, the wily veteran Chow 8. It's going to be a team wipe going the way of Newbee as Fenrir came in to try and help his friend. One more right click. There's your bash. There's your team wipe going the way of Newbee.
Okay.
And all it took was a Lifestealer buyback.
Yeah.
Chow 8, the wily veteran, outmaneuvering his former carry protege.
I like that. I like
What a
it.
storyline.
Mandy Baby says, screw the creep wave, let's get the tower. He can't actually get gold either. He's still
He could
got
get
the
fissured here,
buyback
though.
penalty.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is bad for Mandy Baby. There's a fissure available. There's a Dragon Knight stun to start this off. The fissure can follow it up. Then in comes FY. They doom him as well, and, well, that's a big kill.
Mandy
But nonetheless,
Baby, please.
team wipe going the way of Newbee.
Yeah.
They'll take it.
Yeah, get a T1 tower, but
That is a dieback, though. He bought back. He died again.
dead for 70+ seconds. Are they actually going to push mid?
70 seconds? Is that enough? Nah, Morphling up in
You
15.
could get boots of trouble. Maybe they go Roshan instead.
Oh, there's no Ravage either.
Yeah.
There's
Taking
no
the tier 1
epi.
tower means Morphling can't TP to that tier 1 to get back to his to Roshan as soon as possible, but
And Sangshun is taking this opportunity to do a bunch of
Radiant's
warding,
bottom
so
tower is under
he'll be a
attack.
nuisance here during this time.
okay. So looks like Morphling not doing anything. No boots of travel. Panic from him.
There you go. That's an arrow.
Where was that 28 minutes ago when they were ganking Doom in the neutrals? Where LD?
I don't know. You're going hard on this Marana.
Yeah.
He went for your build too. He maxed he was leveling up the arrow over Starstorm earlier. So he went for the God's build, but he did not deliver.
I'm disappointed. I don't know.
Extra embarrassing.
Normally you max that arrow, it's like they just land.
Yeah,
You increase arrow percentage when you max it.
Maxing. Can you imagine if it actually worked that way? It was like a homing arrow. Oh, that would be amazing.
Well, only if you max arrow before Starstorm. Like when you have both max, if you max Starstorm before arrow, arrow's not as good. Is how it should be.
It actively tries to dodge the targets that it's flying towards.
Like you didn't have faith in me.
A
You
word
maxed
to
Starstorm
the
first.
a word to the wise.
Yeah.
Never max Starstorm first. You heard it here.
Okay, so Hal's back alive. He's got his Basher. Working on maybe an Abyssal Blade. May just have casual Basher into AC, into something else, but we'll see.
Well, Vici Gaming are technically leading, up 4K gold, though a lot of that is the Doom Midas Devour, which, end of the day, he hasn't really taken over this game. Who do you think has this late odds? I would say Vici Gaming on paper, but what kind of a shot do you give Newbee here?
I think Vici Gaming's the more consistent, reliable, like executing with a Morphling, Doom, DK, but Ember Spirit's always a wild card, and if Ember Spirit can get farmed enough, you don't know what's going to happen.
Arrow will be let loose. No openings here, but they'll scout the Roche Pit. Dropping, well, both teams scouting the Roche Pit, actually.
They really thought Roche was going on. They used the Moonlight Shadow and everything.
And Vici Gaming could walk into this pit, though that is the danger zone for them. Newbee would love to take a fight around the pit. It just comes down to the BKB timing. I feel like if Vici don't BKB in time, they almost certainly get wiped, and if they do it at the right moment, it goes their way.
If they do it too early, like that last fight where they BKB and didn't get enough kills, like they lose the fight off of it. That was the reason they got team wiped.
Yeah, if they pop the BKBs too early, they need to back immediately. Like, the thing last fight was they stuck around, thought about engaging a little bit more.
Tried to save ROTK when
Yeah.
there's been ROTK. Oh, wait, another instant smoke. Newbies seem to have smokes always available.
Oh, here comes the ring around from Xiao 8. Blinks in. Ravage connects on every single frickin' hero. Oh, man, what a great start. The arrow finds FY as well. They will doom up the Lifestealer, but already the damage has been done. They've lost 2, and nobody else wants a piece of this action. They'll lose more here. Super is standing strong for now. The Lifestealer does fall to the Doom. Maybe they can win this
without Lifestealer.
Even without their supports.
They lost Lifesteal. This Doom on Lifesteal means there's no damage left for Newbee here. They can't keep on fighting. Sankey's going to buy back. They want to try and take this. Sylar's low. Needs to be careful here. Xiao Wei used everything though, and
this Morphling, they just can't deal with him. He can wave in here. There's a Burrow Strike available, but he pops a BKB. Sylar is strong, and he is not afraid.
Oh, more buybacks from Newbee.
Oh, it's really costing them in these fights. They'll lose the Sand Cane. Triple kill for Sylar, looking for the Ultra. He'll wave in for more. The shotgun's there. Ah, not enough damage. He didn't have mana for the Adaptive Strike.
Close.
So close, though.
Yeah. That was a dieback from Sand King. This has just been a series of diebacks coming in this game.
He who dies back more generally loses. That's been the story of, well, pretty much every Dota game, but certainly this series today. They'll find Xiao 8, isolate him with a beautiful fissure from FY, keeping him trapped on the southern side of the ramp, at which point Vici descend in numbers and clean him up.
Well, Vici looking very close to taking game 4 here all of a sudden. It's only 20 kills to 18, but that was a huge swing in their favor, as now they're actually going to the Roshan pit, and if you can get a Morphling Aegis at this stage of the game, you're in trouble if you're Newbee.
Man, Vici Gaming lost 14,000 net worth in that list.
Wow, man, Vici Gaming got owned, LD.
Perfect World servers are so strong. They're going hard on Vici here.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe it was plus 13k? Who knows?
Roche will fall. Vici snagged the Aegis, and Morphling, he's diversified his colors here. He's gotten a little red in his life to go with the green, the blue, and the yellow. I think Bruno would be very proud of this collection. Morphling just needs, what color is he missing here? I'd say purple. Is there a big purple item in Dota?
With TI4 coming up, you need some purple.
Is that Shadow Blade?
Sanjin Yasha, you got Soul Boosters.
Get that Veil. Get that, dude, that shotgun Veil. Super legit.
All about the phase boot Morphling.
Yeah.
I missed my phase boot Morphling.
Ah, Vici. Vici.
Looking good. Looking really good here.
Remember, they got 2-0'd by Newbee in their previous showdown.
Yeah.
And it was, one of the games was fairly close, but the other was just a total stomp. And here they are. You know, I really feel like the Chinese scene, there's 8 teams that can, all of which can beat each other right now. Some will beat each other more than others, but it's just a true age of parity in the Chinese scene especially. And I guess to some extent in the Western scene as well. Maybe that's just DK relaxing too much after winning Starlighter Season 9.
It's definitely changed a lot since, like, you go back a year or two ago where all the Chinese teams and people were complaining about the lack of tournaments and the Chinese scene not developing well. You look at it now and you got to say Ace has been doing something right when teams like, there's upcoming teams like DT Club, HGT. These teams are taking games off of your top Chinese teams. So by no means is there a clear hierarchy or just top 2 or 3 teams. It's a much more even playing field. I mean, DK are obviously out of this world when they're on their A game, but hey, the rest of the teams are up there as all tier 1 teams.
Well, Newbee kind of feeling trapped in their base right now. Can't say I blame them.
Yeah.
You leave the base and you mess up a Ravage or an Epicenter, and this Morphling just walks down mid and right-clicks your X. What you gonna do? It's tough now. And the thing is, like, we haven't even seen Super really come online. RTK can still build a Shiva's Guard. Maybe that Assault Cuirass for Super will be the next choice. They do get a BKB on Ember, but he's just going to be doomed if he...
No, well, Lifesteal's being doomed. He's not going to get doomed.
That's true.
That's the thing. Like, he needed damage. Like, he's not getting doomed, so he should have gotten a Daedalus, I would say. Like, this Lifesteal just does so much in a fight that Hal's always the target of these dooms, and then Ember Spirit's like, well, I'm not doomed. I guess I should get BKB so I don't die to some stuns, which...
Well, to be honest, if he gets fissured, Dragon-tailed, he is dead, for sure. Like, just one stun means the other will follow on him, and that point, Sylar unloads his,
it does feel like
sawed-off shotgun in his face.
They doom the Lifestealer, and then they, like, chain stun and try burst down move while ignoring Lifestealer to some extent.
They can do it the other way, but with the BKB, I guess Moo is feeling a little bit more resilient.
Yes, because now they both have magic immunity, so it's a bit of a tougher choice who you want to doom. I think you still doom the Lifestealer, but Moo can actually do a lot more in a fight now.
Well, Vici Gaming not ready to end the game yet, but getting a little bit closer to cinching the noose. And Newbee at this point, it does seem like they need to go for the ultra late game Ember Spirit. That's going to be their best late game damage dealer. Lifestealer, fairly easily kited, and with Doom, you can't rely on him. You need 2 ultra farm carries, and even Lifestealer's not there yet. He's got Sanjayasha, Phase Boots, Abyssal Blade, but there's still 3-4 item slots to grow here.
And I think it's like Vici Gaming, their 3 cores just all scale so well, like the later this game goes. Like, you got Doom already with his Shiver's Guard and more, with dewarding the map with his gem. You talk about Super not coming online, well, he's BKB Harbor, and when he gets that probably Assault Crest next, he's going to be an absolute monster.
RTK just going in. Well, Doom immediately on the lifesteal, then pops the BKB, diving deep for this. The Dragon Tail would be trouble, but supered in BKB in time. It's up to RTK to right-click him down by himself. They will find the Sand King, though, but a noble sacrifice. Saving the Lifestealer.
Ambitious from RTK.
I guess what he knows, like, if he pops BKB and Doom's Lifestealer, they have nothing. They can't Abyssal Blade him because Lifestealer's doomed, and all they can do is run.
I think he was hoping that DK caught up with the Shiver's Guard slow to get the Dragon Tail off.
Super would have if he had BKB'd, but he didn't see the Sand King coming and just didn't pop it in time. Still, they get a Sand King kill.
Yeah, they get Sand King. This makes just pushing the tier 2 tower a lot safer. They pretty much know that Newbee are going to just let this one go. And that's exactly what's going on here.
They have him on the ropes, gods. Can they punch him out of the ring?
Yeah, I think it's quite likely. I think Newbee are going to struggle to get back into this game. Morphling late game is just...
they just don't have the right draft to deal with a Morphling, I feel. Yeah. Like, their draft was built around getting the double blink, snowballing the mid game, taking really good team fights, perhaps converting that into Roshan, but they just lost a few engagements and failed to get clear advantages. I think they had one really good team fight, but the rest were pretty even trades, and all the while Sylar was doing a nice job of balancing farm and fighting.
Yeah, Ember Spirit can farm 2 more big items, get his crit as well as something. I mean, I talk about the Divine Rapier. I think you legitimately need one if you want to win this game if you're a Newbee. I don't see them winning this game without Ember Spirit getting 5 or 6 slotted.
Yeah. And the Lifestealer probably has to... If the Lifestealer has to continue farming enough that they don't just decide, oh, we can ignore Lifestealer and just doom the Ember and win the game. So they need both to be quite big.
Yeah, I think they need like almost some Linken's features. Tide picks up a Perseverance. I'm wondering if this is a Linken's or a Refresher, because with the BKBs there, Refresher's nice and all, but it almost feels like they need Linken's more than like a Refresher.
These are healthy BKBs too. 8 seconds on the Dragon Knights and 7 on the Doom, so... The double Ravage where it really excels is either when the opponents have no magic immunity or when they just have like 4-second BKBs and you just bait them out and then re-engage with double Ravage once they're down. But with 7-8 seconds, that's usually enough to win a team fight.
No more Aegis for Sylar. What's he going to pick up? It looks like a Butterfly is going to be his next item. So this is going to make his shotgun just one-shot most of the heroes on the map. Lifestealer can survive it. Ember Spirit with Flame Guard can, but any of the other 3 heroes, I think, just instantly die to this.
You know what's next?
Scotty?
Dig on 5.
Dig on 5? Yeah, I can get on board with that.
Dude, that's so legit.
Yeah.
I love Dig on 5 Morphling.
With this build, why not?
Yeah, it's definitely a fun build.
I've seen Morphlings actually do it in ultra late game. I can't remember. I think it was one of the Southeast Asian teams who went for it.
Magic damage gets better late game in a lot of ways because teams generally build Ghost Scepters to deal with strong physical damage carries. Yeah. BKBs get lower in terms of duration. And
there's no like magic resistance scaling. Like armor is basically physical damage reduction.
Yeah, you can't keep on stacking magic resistance. You get like a cloak, maybe a pipe, and you're done. Yeah. You can keep on piling on the armor, and often excessively so. So I think Dagon 5 is pretty legit. I don't think we'll see it from Sylar, but
not from Sylar.
Things like Manta, Scotty are very good here that you mentioned. Just kite the Lifestealer, Manta out of open wounds, maybe Manta dodge some stuns. Could be effective. Also helps you siege the high ground.
Yes, that's definitely true, and that's something which I think Vici Gaming are going to struggle. They definitely want to wait for Aegis to be picked up before they try and go for the high ground push. Newbee just like
I love this.
As like spread as 4. Yeah.
This is like a photo shoot though. It kind of reminds me of like the TI4 promotional graphics where you get this nice little formation of heroes.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I like the art they did this year. I was a little underwhelmed by TI3s, but they stepped it up for TI4.
Okay. I thought Wisp looked like weird.
I didn't like how all of the heroes looked, but it had a nice style.
Yeah, like the purple tint and all that. It definitely.
Also, no green. We had some problems with the green last year.
I'm so green. I hope never comes back as a TI color. That was just the worst.
When we were like before we actually got our we'll hold that thought. Mid lane they go with the Fissure now. In comes the Dragon Tail and Xiao 8. Well, sayonara Xiao 8. They popped a BKB on Super though. Is there buyback on the no tide buyback?
Who needs BKBs when there's no tide? Yeah.
It's a minute down.
There's a Sanking Epi, but you're not too worried about that. They see the Sanking? Oh, they see no life steal from behind.
Well, now they do.
He dewards now. Yeah, exactly. Now they do.
Well,
I think they can.
They don't know the tide doesn't have buyback, but they might be sensing it with this lack of usage.
Still got 2 BKBs. Like that's still enough. Morph's not TPing top. If they want to stop the push, they TP top.
They may want to just wait for this next Roche. Arrow will connect on Super. I think that's the only thing for Vici is tide could maybe buy back, and the Roche is coming soon. You're in a good position.
Yeah.
Why not just wait for Roche and then do this?
Yeah. Okay. They're going to put Super top, so he's out of the fight, so there's not going to be any continuation of this push. He's almost good as Assault Crest, so just about 600-700 gold away from that, and then we're looking at Vici Gaming getting just that one notch even stronger than what they're at now.
If it goes late enough, they can still get... There's still room to grow. They can get a Refresher on Doom, they can get an Ags on the Ancient Apparition, the Morphlane can get Boots of Travel and one more item, and they can secure the Aegis Cheese. Or Shaker, not too much he's going to do, realistically.
They are giving space for Mu to get these Ember Spirit items. Like, Daedalus just 1k gold away now, so...
Yeah. Ember is also...
concern.
Ember is that hero that you could be really far ahead, but if the RNG is strong enough with them, anything can happen.
He never seems to do that much damage to Morphling just because of how much armor Morphling has. Like, sitting on 34 armor, the Morphling is just so resilient to the Sleight of Fist damage. Yeah,
you got to get lucky and hit him with a cleave rather than a direct shot. And ideally with a crit there as well.
Yeah. Well,
but you can't really game plan around that. It just sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
We'll see what the plan is. Hal's picked up a Lincoln to help deal with the Doom, and it's gonna be it'll help a little, that's for sure. But RTK's seen it, so he can adjust accordingly.
Newbee up against it here in game number 4. Not out of it just yet, but in a firmly defensive position. And with a loss here, they're done. They'll be knocked out of the summit. They'll fall just an excruciating 2 wins short of qualifying for the LAN finals here in Los Angeles, and well, the prize pool is getting into premier tournament territory, up to $110,000. Buy those compendiums if you want to help see it grow more, but for now, well, the team's still duking it out. It's been a slow mid game here, guys.
Yeah, Vici Gaming don't you're so close to just going across the finish line. They don't want to mess anything up here. They want to make sure that they get this win safe and steady. Is the name of the game for them. They had a rocky game 3, and apart from that, they want to make sure that this game 4 goes smoothly.
They could look to secure Roche here, and the idea is get a kill, then go Roche, but not find any openings.
Yep. Well, Daedalus can be bought by Mu, and there's no incentive to be saving for buyback in this stage of the game. I think you just flat out lose if you have to buy back.
They need damage. That is the... And they need physical damage as well, because Vici have the triple BKB, and... Oh, I mean, even if he gets it though, there's still Ghost Scepters to worry about.
Like Lifesteal is going to struggle to kill people if he's not. Even if whether he's going to be doomed for one thing, even if he's not doomed, he's going to struggle.
Well, Sylar will face tank an arrow. That's a pretty long one, but they don't want to go in on the morph.
Where's your Daedalus move? He's got the money. He's saving buyback. Maybe just for this Roshan contest.
Not a good time to go buy it. Oh, Shivas will find Mu. He gets doomed immediately, but the Shivas doesn't quite connect. They will slow him down with a nice Vortex. There is a Lincoln Sphere to keep him alive. They've used up the Doom. The arrow connects on Super. Well, about as good of a start as you're going to get to a team fight until this happens. The Fissure. The BKB right-clicks on Mu. He will go down. The shotgun completes the kill, and he will buy back, but that means no Daedalus for him. Yeah. BKB also used on another hero, on the Morphlane, Banana, trying to duke it out with FY, but FY's got the dunk. He'll reserve it for another day. Not ready to slam Marino him home just yet. Finds Mandy Baby. Dragon Tail. Oh, there's your Shivas. It's cooled down again. They'll just devour the Lifestealer.
He was infesting in Zhao 8. He was like throwing his hands in the air to try and
Zhao
infest.
It's like, no.
Zhao 8's
abandon
like,
ship.
Peace, bro. I'm out of here.
Goodbye, men.
This isn't going well.
Well, that's Roche, and that might be game.
It looks really bad. I don't even know if they care about Roche. It seems they just want to go high ground regardless. Lifesteal is dead. Does not have buyback.
Dragon form will end here. So they won't have the Frost Dragon, but I don't know that it matters.
No, me neither. And Tier 3 towers, no glyph for this one, so we'll see possibly mid-Raxus going down. Super with the AC, helping just supplement this push, and Newbee's defense. 5 seconds they've got a Sanking, but even with Sanking alive, it's going to be too late to defend these Raxus.
Murano did fire a warning shot from the backside, but Vici take a casual mid lane of Rax, and now we'll go for Roche, and With this Roche, it might finally be the straw, or not even the straw, more like the T-bar that broke the camel's back. It's a big brute force approach from Vici, and it's working out nicely so far.
They would need like the craziest initiation. They're not going to go for it with life still or dead. There's just no way about it. You need all kinds of 5-second arrows in the Roshan pit, but it's not going to matter. So Morphling Aegis. What's he actually going to buy? He's got some money to buy an item here, although I guess he just doesn't really care. He can wait till the Aegis drops and buy something later on.
Here comes the push. 5 grouped up. Vici are ready to break the base. They can smell that trip to Los Angeles. Some nice sunny weather coming their way if they take this one home. Here comes the Dragonite up onto the high ground. The arrow will start things off. They do have a Ravage available. The Blink's there. Not going to drop it just yet. Epicenter's also ready, and Banana's going to worm his way around, but they've spotted him with a Radiant Observer Ward. If he gets caught, that's all she wrote.
Oh, and Doom's got Refresher. Oh my gosh.
So much margin for error here.
That's like Lifesteal and Ember Spirit.
Banana could go for Epi right now. They could jump for Ravage. They've got to do something soon. Already the tier 3 has fallen. The Ravage will fly. It connects on pretty much everyone that matters, but not on Super. The Epicenter follows this up, but Sylar just pops BKB. Goes to work. The Doom uses Refresher, dies before getting off the second ult. But what does it matter? They've run down Moo. Newbee are out of gas. They're out of steam. They get slam dunked by FY and Vici Gaming. They're coming to Los Angeles. They're coming to the Summit Land Finals. They'll be joined there by DK, Na'Vi, and 3 more teams to be decided soon.
Yeah, America player signed today. It's exciting to know who our 3rd team's going to be. We've known Na'Vi and DK have been coming since we announced the tournament, but now, finally, after about a month of play, the Chinese pre-qualifiers starting about maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago, we finally found our Chinese representative to join DK. It's going to be Team Vici Gaming.
Well, they had to scratch and claw their way here. They got knocked down fairly early. I think it was in the winner's bracket round number 2, and had to fight through, what was it, 3-4 matches to make it here. But
and all of those going like 3 games. Like IG, they lose game 1, they come back, take it 2-1. Then they lost game 1 to LGD, took the series 2-1. Then they took a 2-1 against DT Club. These guys always knew how to challenge themselves when it came to going through the bracket.
Poor Newbee. They were so close.
They had, like, that's one of those things, the double elimination bracket. Like, you can have a good winner bracket run. End of the day, though, all that matters is that grand finals result. And Vici Gaming, there you can see it. Their road through that loser bracket was long and tough, but they come out on top. They're coming to LA. You're happy. You get RTK. I'm happy to get to see RTK here, although a little sad for my inventory.
I'm looking forward to hopefully getting him to cast some games and you know, share his insight or trash talk as well. I don't know how he'll be as a caster, but it should be a lot of fun. We'll see him matching up against Burning, his former teammate as well. So, and well, the other guys on DK too. So, a lot of good stuff to look forward to. But I am a little sad we can't have both teams here. Maybe next time.
We can't have everyone. So
somebody's got to lose, right? This is Dota after all.
It's sad, LD.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us. You've been watching the Summit Asia powered by Twitch. This does conclude the Asia region play, but not the online play. We still have to decide 2 American teams who will join DK, Na'Vi, and Vici, and we also have to find our final European team over the next 3 days. Starting later today, we will settle the 2 American teams question. The European online play, it will not conclude until sometime during TI4 qualifiers, but Fnatic versus PR will be tomorrow. Okay. And then we'll schedule the rest of the matches based on that. So within the next week and a half or so, we will know all of our teams. Well, by the end of tomorrow, we'll know our first team from America. So
cool.
Playoff action ramping up. If you haven't already checked out the VODs, be sure to do so. EG looking good, but that 2nd place position in America is wide open for contest and discussion. NA Rejix, Liquid, as well as Sna, they're all in it.
And similar story to here, like EG are going to verse Liquid in the first round here. But sure, EG went undefeated in the group stage, but you go in the playoffs, it's basically a clean slate for these teams. And for Liquid, they'll say, look, sure, we didn't have the best group stage. We finished 4th place. But all they got to do is just take it series by series now. So, I mean, we saw it here in the Chinese one where Vici Gaming get knocked down early, but they claw their way back in. You can see Liquid, NA Rejects, Sna do the same. I mean, it'd be silly to say EG aren't heavy favorites to win it, but I think there's still a chance that they do get upset.
It's a small chance, but it is. That's what we play the games for a reason, right? So we'll see what happens. But those playoffs, guys, will kick off a bit later today. I believe it's in 5 hours, or no, sorry, it's 4 hours. Yeah. They will start at 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is 22 CEST. So have a little break, but be sure to come back right here to twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit for more Summit online play. We're racing towards the LAN finals. TI4 qualifiers beckon soon as well, and, well, awesome Dota, all of it leading up to the International 4. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm LD. He's Gods, and, of course, we were joined by Kpoptosis. Be sure to follow him on Twitter, twitter.com/Kpoptosis, BTS Gods, and if you'd like, myself as well, LD Dota. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.